Saving up for recession, episode 4. Now we're on to episode 4, and look, the first direct card has arrived. So obviously, in the previous episode, we actually applied for this card, didn't we? Bank transfer, bank switch. I say bank transfer, bank switch, and yeah, 150 quid. Well, with some terms and conditions, I do have to deposit £1,000 into this within the first 3 months, I believe, or is it 1 month? I think it's 3 months. So I'll obviously make sure to do that, and then we can have our 150 quid. Yeah, the Lloyd's one, that was that 150 quid went straight into the lifetime ISA, straight in there. Because as we all know, the tax year ends early April, okay folks, so get maxing out your lifetime ISAs, that's all I can advise. I did manage to get a job this week, so I started last week, last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what I'm going to do now is just make my coffee, so I'm ready for tomorrow for work. So look, we got the jar here, look. Milk. Now, ice cream, special ingredient, makes the coffees banging. And we have whipped cream and sauce, but that all goes on afterwards. So yeah, we're just going to start with the coffee. So we just stick a bit in there, look. Now I'm going to put a nice amount in there because I've got the whole day at work. And I want to make sure I can actually stay awake. It gets boring in that seat, There we are. Right, and now I tend to do is just add a bit of milk in there. Just a little bit. There we are. And then I get some sugar. Now we add a generous amount of sugar, okay? I like to go big. There we are, look, it's just like a full tablespoon. And then we just stir that up so the coffee don't stick to the sides or whatever. Right, next up is ice cream. So we bang the ice cream in. Now, I don't do the same amount of ice cream each time. Like, there is no set formula on this. It's just play it all by ear. Normally you just put, look, stick a bit more in there. There we are, look, done. That'll do. And then, so we got the sugar, we got the bit of milk. What we do is we add some more milk to it now. Milk is the main ingredient in this coffee. So normally we pour this all the way up to the top. See that? There we are. It looks a lot. It's about a litre. So it ain't too bad. A litre of coffee. Right, now it's time for whisking. Now this stuff can get messy. So I put it on a tray. I've got it on the tray here, just so if it does, if anything falls out of this. And that is the end result. So it's got ice cream, sugar, it's got obviously coffee, milk, and then what we do is when we got the final products, when we go to pour this into our coffee, whatever, we put in cream and some sauce. And it tastes banging. And that is the end result. So yes, I'm working and I'm on site. To be honest, I'm just soaking up the rays. I'm a traffic marshal, so ain't a lot to do. Unless some Dumbo driver comes in and he's he's a bit dodgy at it, so I've got to, make sure he gets from A to B safely. Because we don't want anyone running over now, do we? Yeah, see you later. And a funny little fact for you. They only needed me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I went there this morning and I left at lunchtime because they apparently they had some trenches or something and they were waiting for the ground workers to fill it out, and then I don't really know, it's all a bit of higgledy-piggledy. But the main reason why I was so focused and really wanted a job last week was because obviously you get paid the next Friday after your working week. So if I worked Wednesday to Friday last week, I'll get paid this Friday. So the Friday coming up. So Of course, I really wanted to make sure I could get a job at the end of last week. That's why I said I was going to do labouring, whatever, because I wanted to get some money before the tax year ends for the lifetime ISA, so I can max it out. And well, obviously I managed to do that, so I weren't too bad working Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And so there's some good news as well. I managed to get a new job starting tomorrow. So I left my old job Monday afternoon, so I've had the afternoon off, and I managed to find another job, so I'm going there tomorrow morning. So yeah, that would be fun. Oh yes, I actually came across an interesting advert online, flu camp. Now I'm going to sign up for it. I've got my first screening, I think, in the 7th of April. And basically what flu camp is that you go for a clinical trial, and you have to quarantine, isolate, whatever you want to call it, for say 14 days, so like 2 weeks. Although it can be longer in some cases, it can be shorter in some cases. But average 14 days, and you actually go there, you get given the virus. Not COVID, it's one for the common cold. So they're doing healthy adults, so you go there, you get given the common cold, and then you just quarantine for the next 14 days. And obviously they're doing it for research and scientific purposes and all this, that and the other. And yeah, then at the end of it, obviously you go home, but you get paid a massive amount for it. And I came across this advert, and it was £3,750 you do for 14 days. So I was like, right, well I'm on that. So I signed up for it, and I've got to go to my first screening appointment, 7th of April, but it is in London. But they do pay you £20 to cover the travel costs, but it's not going to cover it all the way. But I mean, it's a little something back, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going there. The thing is though, they do make it out as if like, oh, you get Wi-Fi, you know, PS4, you know, you get a nice little room, you get showers and that, all this, that and the other. But obviously looking into it a bit more, it's quite a grim little thing to do actually. You know, you go there, you lie in your bed, you get like people coming in nearly every hour taking your blood and all that, and you have people scanning you and shoving stuff up your nostrils and stuff, and then you have like flipping needles going in there like 3 or 4 times a day and all sorts. So it's not great. They do say that, you know, by the end of the 2 weeks you're knackered, because they monitor you constantly, like you're going to get your height and your weight checks, and you have people coming in with like masks and everything on and suited up and all that, and you're like some flipping test subject for 14, well you are a test subject, aren't you? And so they come in and take your blood like every hour. It's just stupid, ridiculous. But obviously you do get £3,750. But I mean, I've been looking into it, and they say that they don't. By day 14, you're knackered, like you can't be arsed, like you're drained, you're tired, like all your blood's gone out of you. Like they must have taken so much blood out of you at that stage. You know, you've had needles in your arms 3 times a day, every day. You know, you look like a heroin addict. Your veins are popping. Like it ain't great, but there's £3,750, and you know, I'm a healthy 18-year-old, and for £3,750 for 14 days, you know, you just got to push through it, haven't you? You know, yes, it might be grim in days 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you know, the last few days, and you're struggling and you're bored and that. So there's only so much PS4 you can play in 2 weeks, you know, there's only so much TV you can watch in that. Oh, and the food, oh, it's hospital food, like you're just eating soup and stuff, like you're just flipping, I don't know, it's disgusting. But you just got to do it, haven't you? You just got to do it. As I said, £3,750 in 2 weeks. It's lovely, lovely bit of payment there. So yeah, I have signed up for it. I've got my first screening. I don't even know if I'm eligible yet. I've got to see if I'm eligible, because apparently, you know, the common cold, if I've had the virus that they're using already, then obviously I've already got the antibodies for it, so I'm no good to them. So then I wouldn't be able to get a test, and then that would just be a waste of money, so I've tripped up there. But, as I said, I've got to try it. So there we are, we've got the flu camp coming up. I said that I think I've got to go there in a couple of weeks' time for my first screening. Then I've got first direct, get my £150 on that, get 1,000. Also, got to do the Lloyds, got to do that NatWest switch. Haven't yet done that. But I think I've got up to the 8th of April to do that NatWest Bank switch. And then obviously I'm working now as well. Monday's Friday, traffic marshal job. Well, you can see I'll be putting in some footage there. And yeah, so they're my plans. Let me know, you know, you can search up flu camp, you can do any of these plans yourself. And yeah, hopefully I'll just see you in the next one. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as I said, subscribe, don't get it twisted. See you later.